The armed men burst through the military hospital doors at 2 a.m., three masked intruders, automatic weapons drawn, demanding medications. The night shift froze in terror. Every Marine, every doctor, every nurse knew the protocol. Comply, survive, wait for backup. Every single person in that building. Except one, the quiet rookie nurse in the corner. The one everyone assumed was just another fresh graduate learning the ropes. They had no idea who she really was. Let me take you back 6 months earlier. Lieutenant Sarah Chen had spent 8 years as a Navy SEAL, 8 years of the most intense combat operations you can imagine. Classified missions in hostile territories. Extraction operations under enemy fire. She'd earned 3 medals for valor and the respect of every operator she'd served alongside. But Sarah had a secret dream, one she'd never shared with her SEAL teammates. Since childhood, she'd wanted to be a nurse, to heal instead of harm, to save lives in a different way. When her mother developed cancer during her final deployment, something shifted inside Sarah. She held her mother's hand in that hospital room and watched the nurses work with a grace and compassion that moved her deeply. Her mother survived, but Sarah knew her own mission had changed. So at 32 years old, she did something almost nobody does. She left the SEALs. She enrolled in an accelerated nursing program. And she never told anyone about her past. Not her classmates, not her instructors, and definitely not her new colleagues at Camp Pendleton Naval Hospital when she started her first nursing job. To them, she was just Sarah, the quiet 30-something rookie who was older than most new grads. A little reserved, competent but unremarkable. Always the first to volunteer for the toughest shifts, but never seeking attention. The Marines in the ward called her the peaceful one. She had this calm energy that seemed to settle even the most agitated patients. Veterans with PTSD found themselves opening up to her. Young Marines recovering from training injuries felt safe with her. Staff Sergeant Marcus Johnson was one of those Marines. A tough 26-year-old with a shattered leg from a training accident. He'd been angry at the world for weeks. Angry at his injury. Angry at his temporary weakness. He'd snapped at every nurse who tried to help him, except Sarah. "You move like you had training," Marcus observed one evening as Sarah efficiently checked his vitals. Sarah smiled softly. "We all have training. That's why we're nurses." "No, I mean real training. Combat training. You've got that awareness, that economy of movement." She deflected with a gentle laugh. "I think the pain meds are making you imaginative, Marcus." But Marcus wasn't wrong. Sarah couldn't completely hide 8 years of tactical training. It showed in small ways. The way she scanned rooms. The way she positioned herself near exits. The way she moved with precision and purpose. Her supervisor, Dr. Patricia Morrison, noticed too. "You're different from other new nurses," she said one day. "More confident. Less rattled by chaos." "What's your story, Sarah?" "Just trying to do good work," Sarah replied simply. She loved her new life. The simplicity of it. The directness of the mission. Care for patients, ease suffering, promote healing. No moral ambiguity. No classified operations she couldn't talk about. Just honest work that helped people. Until that night, Sarah was doing medication rounds in the ICU when she heard the commotion downstairs, shouting, then gunfire. A single shot into the ceiling. Her SEAL training kicked in instantly. While everyone else froze, her mind was already processing. 3 hostiles, armed with automatic weapons, demanding the controlled medication storage. Standard pharmacy robbery targeting a military facility during minimal staffing hours. The intruders herded the night staff into the main corridor. 12 people. 4 nurses, 3 doctors, 2 Marines on light duty, 3 administrative staff working late. The lead intruder, a man in a black mask, was aggressive and twitchy. Dangerous combination. "Nobody moves, nobody dies. We just want the meds." Dr. Morrison stepped forward, trying to de-escalate. "The pharmacy's locked. Time-delayed safe. Even I can't open it for 4 more hours. The intruder pressed his weapon against her head. Then I guess you're not very useful. That's when Sarah spoke. Her voice completely changed. Not the soft, gentle nurse voice. The command voice. The one that had ordered SEAL teams in firefights. Let her go. She's telling the truth about the safe. You're wasting time. The room went silent. Everyone stared at Sarah. Even the intruder seemed confused by her tone. The lead man turned his weapon toward her. Shut up, nurse. That safe has a 4-hour delay from the last access, Sarah continued, her voice calm and analytical. Which was 10 p.m. You won't get those meds until 2 a.m. But Camp Pendleton's quick reaction force has a 6-minute response time. You've already been here 3 minutes. You've got maybe 2 minutes before this building is surrounded. The intruder's hand tightened on his weapon. How do you know our response times? Sarah's eyes never left his. Because I used to run those responses. You're going to get caught or get killed. But you don't have to hurt anyone on your way out. Leave now. Use the north exit. Less cameras. You might make it. For a moment, nobody breathed out. Marcus, the young Marine with the shattered leg, recognized something in Sarah's stance. The way she positioned herself between the intruders and the other staff. The tactical assessment in her eyes. Oh my God, he whispered. You're SEAL. The intruders looked at each other, uncertainty creeping in. They'd expected terrified medical staff. Not this. Sarah took one small step forward. You've got 90 seconds. Take my advice or don't. But if you hurt anyone here, there won't be anywhere you can hide. I'll make that my personal mission. And trust me, you don't want that. There was something in her voice. A certainty. A controlled danger that was more frightening than any threat. The lead intruder lowered his weapon slightly. His partners were already backing toward the exit. In the distance, sirens began to wail. North exit. Now, Sarah said quietly. 60 seconds. They ran. The quick reaction force arrived 40 seconds later. The intruders were caught 3 blocks away, exactly as Sarah had predicted. Nobody was hurt. In the aftermath, sitting in Dr. Morrison's office, Sarah finally told the truth. About the SEALs. About her 8 years of service. About why she'd never mentioned it. I didn't want to be defined by my past, she explained. I wanted to be a nurse. Just a nurse. Someone who heals instead of fighting. Dr. Morrison shook her head in amazement. Sarah, you saved lives tonight. Just like you saved lives as a SEAL. You're not running from who you were. You're building on it. Marcus, hobbling in on crutches, overheard from the doorway. You know what I think? I think you've always been a healer. Even when you were a warrior. Some people are just built to protect others. Doesn't matter what uniform they wear. Sarah felt tears prick her eyes. For the first time since leaving the SEALs, she understood. She hadn't abandoned her mission. She'd expanded it. Here's what Sarah's story taught me, and what I want you to take with you today. Your past doesn't define you, but it doesn't disappear either. Every experience, every challenge, every version of yourself becomes part of who you are. The warrior and the healer aren't opposites. They're both expressions of the same core truth, the desire to protect and serve others. You don't have to choose between who you were and who you're becoming. You get to be both. You get to take the strength from your past and combine it with the dreams of your future. That's not running away. That's evolution. That's growth. Whatever you're leaving behind, whatever new path you're starting, remember, you're not less than you were. You're more. You're all of it combined into something stronger. If this story touched you, hit that like button and let me know in the comments. What's something from your past that you're learning to integrate into your present? And subscribe to Soul Relief Stories for more narratives that remind us all of our strength, our growth, and our capacity to become who we're meant to be. Thank you for being here.